Okay, let's start Vayigash, page 86 in Torah Or. Okay, Vayigash, Shelav Yehud, Vayem Biyadaini. Yehud came over to Yosef and said, please, my master, so on and so forth. Hine Iksiv, Keres Batenu Arozim. It says in Pasuk about the Beis Hamikdash that the beams of our house is Arozim cedar trees, acacia wood. Hine Shleim Afish Bein Mishkan and Beis Elamim. The difference physically between the Mishkan and the Beis Hamikdash, Mishkan Hayimei Arozim. The Mishkan was made out of, like it says, Atzi Shitim. The whole Mishkan wall was made out of Atzi Shitim. Like it says, Atzi Shitim Eindim. Michs and the cover of the Mishkan Hayimerias Izim. Eilis Eilim Adam various Chashim. So what is the walls of the Mishkan were wood, and the top was animal skins, which by the way means Tzemeach and Chai. Tzemeach, the walls come from plant life, the wood, and the top comes from animals. And yet the Beis Hamikdash was dafka made out of stone, which is inanimate. There are only beams in the roof of the ulam. That we need to understand. Why was by the Mishkan, the primary building was made out of wood? And dirt, inanimate, was only the floor of the Mishkan. Right? The floor, there's no carpets, there was the floor. By the Beis Hamikdash, dirt and stone were the primary construction. Even the roof was made from avonim and earth. Okay, so we understand why was the Mishkan made out of wood and why was the Beis Hamikdash made out of stone. Wood is higher than stone. If the Beis Hamikdash is higher than the Mishkan, it should also be made out of wood or something different even. In every world there's 4 levels. Right? Inanimate, plant, animal, and human. Inanimate is lower than plant, and plant is lower than animal, and animal is lower than human. The highest of all 4 bechinas and medaber is the level of person, right? The person is the highest level. To more to wonder. Why yesh miyayin, produce, and everything comes from the ground, meaning everything. Where does everything come from? From the dirt, inanimate. Okay, so the question is, if plant is higher than earth, why does earth produce and plant like doesn't produce? Meaning this is not similar to this and this is not, meaning each one has an advantage and disadvantage that the other one doesn't have. Even though inanimate is lower than plant, it has an advantage. Okay? Like we learned 1,000,000 times, the lower the thing, the higher the source. So therefore down here, Daimim is the lowest, because in the source is actually the highest. It's known the machlekes the Bishul Mishamah. Chadam is Shamayim Kodmu La'aretz. There's a machlekes, what came first, heaven or earth? So one opinion says, look, it says in Tutei, the Bereshit Bara came Esa Shamayim, Vesa Aretz. Shemayim first. Then, at the end of creation, it says, like he's going to say, B'yem aseis Hashem Elokim, Eretz v'Shemayim. Okay, so there's a machlekes, which pasuk is the reality? Like it says, as a Shemayim ve'echadam, as called in the other opinion, says earth is first, because it said, B'yem aseis Eretz v'Shemayim. So, how can you have a machlekes in a mitzias, in a fact? Which one was created first? And he says, both are right, meaning in thought, meaning in purpose, earth comes first. But okay, the meaning like this. The same thing, you have the same machlekes, Chassidus explains, whether the world was created in Nisan or Tishrei. Rabbi Eliezer and Rabbi Yeshua. Was the world created in Nisan or Tishrei? So how can it be both? Okay. So the answer is, in thought, meaning the purpose of creation is Nisan, and the reality of creation is in Tishrei. The same thing, the actual creation, Shemayim came first and then earth, but the purpose of creation is Eretz and then Shemayim. And he says, why? As we say in the Chadaidi, the end of action is in thought first. Earth, because it's the lowest of all creation, meaning it's in the highest level of machshava. In other words, Eretz is last, therefore comes in the higher level of machshava. Shemayim was first, therefore comes in the lower level of machshava. The end of action first comes in thought first. Down here, plant is higher than inanimate. Because that's according to the order of Daimim Tzemech Chai Medaber Be'elemis. In world, Shevachinas HaDaimim V'Ha'aretz, that the inanimate and the earth is Seif Maisa, the last of creation, the lowest, but V'Tzemech Chai L'Mayl Mimenu B'Madrega, because Shemayim Kodmo L'Aretz. But Mikamakai Mitzad Shoshim B'Machshava Agduma, in the purpose of creation, okay, so therefore bottom line is, the fact that it's created last shows it originates in the highest place. The fact that it's lower down here shows it originates in the higher place. Why? Because the higher the thing, the lower it falls. Therefore, dafka dirt, which is the lowest of all levels, can produce produce. Mitzad shoshanela. Therefore, everything we need to sustain, and everything, every animal and human sustains basically themselves from what grows on the ground. If we're higher, why are we sustaining ourselves from lower? The answer is because in the source it's higher. So therefore, when it comes down here, it fell lower, but in the source it's higher. Therefore, it has the ability to give sustenance to a person who's higher down here. What?
Just an annoying observation. If you're in real estate, you want to make it a nice building, you make it from wood. You don't make it from stone. That's the cheaper.
You make it from
stone. You don't make it from wood.
Today they make it from wood.
No, only if you're up to 7 floors. More than 7 floors, you're not even allowed to.
Make what?
To make it from wood. So if you want the superior, they make it from wood because it's cheaper.
No, because years ago it used to be because of earthquakes, by the way.
I mean,
before you were born.
I understand.
And when we came to LA before you were born, it was.
But the superior one is from steel. I understand in the Beis Hamikdash Hashem says
steel is inanimate.
Right, exactly. So
no,
it's superior. If you want a nice building,
what do you have to do? No.
So maybe Hashem is saying make it from stone because I'm going to say I'm not.
But if you're talking about a place for Hashem's home, yeah, the fact is the plant is higher than the inanimate.
But you want something nice and beautiful and lasting.
Well, there are different woods. There are woods that are maybe $500 per square foot.
Edis, by the way, is a very tall, powerful wood. It was a very tall, powerful wood.
Function the same as stone.
But the Rebbe is going to explain like this. If you look at the Mishkan, it went according to Ishtalshalis. On top was the curtains from animal skin, Chai, the walls were Tzemeach, and then the earth was Domim. It went, according to the order. Okay, Mishkan wasn't the ultimate level of completeness, which is only a temporary home for Hashem. They could say, I'm going to be going in the temporary oil in the Mishkan. Therefore, how is it made? Like we said, according to the chain of the worlds. Like it says, Shemayim Kodma La'aretz. Therefore, Kreis Mishkan Hayim Mikroshim, which is Sameach. Karka Mishkan was from the earth, the ground of the Mishkan was dirt. Shazel Kameish Talshus said Sameach Lamayla Men Adayim. And therefore, Nasa Krosh Mi'arozim. Yeah? The Kroshim were made from Marozim. Sha'eres Godel B'Gavei Ma'ed, which is the highest level of Sameach, is an Eres. It's the strongest, tallest. So therefore, in Sameach, it's the best thing. L'mayla m'chinas adayim. Shein beiteisis v'gidul klal. Inanimate doesn't grow at all. V'amichsal mishkan hayim me'eris elu mutchashim, which is chai. Shalamayla m'madrega gam m'chinas Sameach, which is even higher than Sameach. So like you said, the fikach, hayiri is shein makifim, the makif level of the Mishkan on top, surrounding the Mishkan, because it went not only on top, it went down the walls too. Which is higher than Sameach. So again, the Rebbe is saying, with the Mishkan, because it wasn't the permanent home of Hashem, went the way creation goes. On top is animal, then plant, then inanimate. Which is Shemayim Kodma. According to the actual creation, Shemayim is higher than Oretz, right? So therefore, it goes in that order. Chai, Sameach, Daimon. But the Beis HaMikdash was not temporary, it was permanent. Which is, by the way, even in Halacha you find an interesting thing. The Mishkan was only holy when it was there. The second the Mishkan moved on, when it traveled 40 years in the desert, that place the Mishkan was on wasn't holy anymore. It was like a regular anything. The Beis HaMikdash, the place became so holy, even though there's no Beis HaMikdash, like in the Rambam 3 Prakim, it's mamish holy.
But it was, even when Yaakov slept there, before there was a Beis HaMikdash, he says this is a holy place.
When he slept there. After he slept there, it wasn't holy anymore. The biggest chiddush, by the way, the biggest chiddush of this all is Har Sinai. Har Sinai was the greatest gilui of Elokus that ever existed, that Rebbe says in Tanya, until Mashiach, yeah? And Har Sinai, the second the Shechina left, it's a regular mountain like all other mountains. Which is that's more wondrous, by the way. That the holiest place, that the revelation of Hashem, because it was done. Okay, anyway. So it says, it was the permanent Tova Hashem, like it says in the pasuk. This is my dwelling place forever. Which is similar to the Gilu of Mashiach. Which would be in the 7,000th year era. Shastala is added so Yena, which is Malchus Dat Silis, will be Lamaila Mikulam. Because meaning like this, the Beis HaMikdash was the Gilui of La'asad Lavei. La'asad Lavei, Eishos Chayla Teres Baila, Malchus is going to be higher than all the other Sfiras. Like it says, Eishos Chayla Teres Baila, Shia Teres, La'asad Lavei, L'zad Dat Silis. Now Malchus is lower, because that's according to the chain of the worlds. Zah, Seichel, Midas, and Malchus. But La'asad Lavei is going to be the revelation of what the source really is. So then Malchus is going to be higher than Zoh.
But in the Beis HaMikdash, on the floor, they didn't have Sameach, right?
No.
So Beis HaMikdash is just stone.
Correct.
Yeah, just one thing. How do you see superiority of just one thing we didn't have? In the Beis HaMikdash, you see the hierarchy.
Because in the Beis HaMikdash, when the source is revealed, it's all the same. Not only is it the same, but Evan, Daimim, is greater than the rest.
Small button.
You have differentiate even by Yidden, yeah? There's a differentiation in Seichel and Midas and Machshava Dibra Maisa. But in the essence, in the Neshama, in the Yechidah Shebenefesh, there's no difference between Moshe Rabbeinu and the us. Because Yechidah Shebenefesh, the essence. But over there, it's not only that. The essence of Evan is more revealing essence than what you call than Chayim Medaber.
Because it's more bottle. That's the whole thing.
Not because of bottle. It comes from a higher place.
That's why it's lower over here.
Therefore, down here it's lower. But when you reveal the source of it, then it's not according to Seder Ishtalshus. That's the level of Eretz Tchila, meaning basically Gashmis versus Ruchnius. When you say Shemayim V'Aretz, which one was first? Yeah, you're talking about that. Spiritual and physical. Yeah? So in actual creation, first spiritual, first there was a Tzimtzum and Kav and Akudim, Nekudim, all those things over there, and Teilu and Tikkun and Atzilas and those levels, and then you come into this Gashmistic world. But in Kavana, the Tach is Dira B'Tachteinim. It's not Dira B'Atzilas. The Rebbe says in Tanya, you can't say Iker HaShechina was for the sake of the Atzilas. However, Yerida Me'erda Yizbarech. The Rebbe says in Tanya, because Atzilus is a descent, it's only Ginuyim. And Gashmis is the essence. And that's what he's saying over here. Lachein. Eretz is higher than Shemayim. Lachein Av, the Beis HaMikdash. Shoyamein, Elababa Nasi'ik, and Abayis Me'avan V'Af, which is Daimon. And he says, Afa Gagva Maziva, even the ceiling, the roof, which is Makif, is also Me'avan V'Af, V'lei Me'adozim, Shul Kvi Mashiach Lo'osud Lovi. Shabachin is Eretz Kodma, Eishes Chalat Eretz Bailam Mitzat Shosha. Rak, Sheklunius Shaleres, the beams were made out of cedar tree, Eretz, where Shayu Tamchem Levad were only support beams. They weren't the building, they were just to support the building. Okay, like the concept of Tamchem the rice. Okay. You can see now there's another advantage of Oretz. Not only does it come higher, there's a greater level in reality in Oretz. What is that? Huh?
The word Ali.
I didn't hear.
What does the word Ali mean? Ali.
Clearly.
Clearly?
Sounds like this. In fact, in Shmonesu we say, in Elokai Nitzah, right? V'nafshi ka'afar l'kol tiyah. My soul should be bottled like dirt. Dirt is the epitome of bittul. Why? Everybody steps on it, tramples it, kicks it. Masha'en kenat semech. Shagodlim begayev v'snasim doesn't mean a little plant that you walk on the grass. It means like trees and that stuff. You don't walk on trees. Okay? And why taki is offered more bottle? Because again, it comes from a higher source, so it feels more alukus. So therefore it's more bottle. Machshava is choshav ma. The word machshava is two words. Choshav ma. Meaning, ma is bittul. So machshava is bittul. Like Moshe Rabbeinu said, v'nachnu ma. Misham nimshach min islabish b'chinas ha-bittul. Ba'aretz, and therefore, because of the bittul in its source comes down here, also in the aretz, the level of bittul. Mitzad zat tisalo losud lavali, there's a teres baila. Therefore, losud lavi. Earth is going to be the highest. Why? Because it has the ultimate level of bittul. In other words, not only does it come from a higher source, but because it comes from a higher source, it has more bittul. And more bittul means a higher level. We can skip to a few lines. But the Mishkan was made according to the order now. He said, therefore the case, Mishkan canal. Okay, so he says very simple. What does that have to do with Vayigash of Yehuda? Now the Rebbe is going to explain. Now the Rebbe is going to explain the connection. But bottom line is the Mishkan is made according to the order of creation, Chai, Tzameach, Daimim, and the Beis Hamikdash and the other one was pure Avonim, the level of the highest of levels. V'nei zeu gamkin inyan Yosef Yehuda. This whole level of Shemayim Tchila, Eretz Tchila, all that is the same madreg of Yosef and Yehuda. Shu gamkin b'chinas Shemayim v'Eretz, u'b'chinas Tzameach v'Daimim. Yosef and Yehuda represent Tzameach and Daimim. Why? Ki Yosef, what does the word Yosef means? Teisis v'ribi, right? What does she say? Yosef Hashem Yosafa, addition. It should be more. V'ribi Hashem Itzleis v'helach b'agdol v'agbol l'mayla. What's the union of it keeps growing higher and higher? That's the level of Tzameach, right? U'b'frat ha'adeh shegadol v'helach mayla mayla b'nomam elemis. Like it says, Sadak Atome Yifrach. Okay, skip the parentheses to 3 lines at the end of the paragraph. The Yehuda Bechinas Eretz. Malchus Datzilus, which is the level of Daimon Datzilus. Lochein Yuda Niloshan Haidol Bito. Yehuda comes from the word Haidol, submission. That's the level of Bito. That's Daimon. Yosef, it means growth. So Yosef is the level of Sameach.
Could be high.
That's beautiful.
Huh?
Could be high too.
Why high?
High. Growth.
No, the real growth you see in plants.
Because humans also start by some extent.
Well, then they grow this way. This way. I mean, whatever.
That's
You
an
can.
amazing Chiddush, Salter, in a sense.
Okay.
I know every line is a Chiddush.
Okay. Anyway, and therefore, it's interesting because here is Vayigash of Yehuda. Yeah, he's going to talk about this later. Here in the parshat it says Vayigash of Yehuda. Yehuda came to Yosef. Yehuda came to Yosef. That means who's higher? Yosef. Because down here, Tzameach is higher than Daimon. But in Haftarah, it speaks about Yosef going to Yehuda, which is lots of lavai. The level of Bittul is greater than the level of Tzameach. So Eretz is Daimon is greater than Tzameach. Okay, let's see it inside. Vinay stayed shtal shlosata. Yosef u'lamayla mi Yehuda. Now Yosef is higher than Yehuda. Shari Malchus mekabel shefes chayos min hazah. Okay, because Malchus gets his chayis now from Zah. Lo'asud lavai Malchus is going to sustain Zah. But now Malchus gets his chayis from Zah. Chen Yosef hoya melech b'Mitzrayim, which is the level of Tzameach. Gido v'snasus hoya mashpir v'amashpir l'kulam. Yosef was mashpir to everybody. Right? That means he was higher, sustaining the world. Right? He gave everybody food. For Yehud, and Yehud, on the other hand, though, is the receiver, the daimim, the bittul. That's what it's a Vayigash of Yehuda. V'yemer bi'adeini, what is he saying? Shebayum shechashefa miyesef atzadik. The Zohar says like this. What did Yehuda say? Yehuda came to Yosef and says, bi'adeini. V'yemer bi'adeini simply means, please my master. But the Zohar says, bi means in me. Bi'adeini. Give me, sustain me. Because now Yosef is higher than me, than Yehuda. So he says, Vayigash of Yehuda, Yehuda, the lower level is going to the higher level, and it says, be mashpia in me, Adaini, your level of Yosef.
Malchus has to ask Zah to
yeah, like it says in the like it says, Atakruva alma ba'alma, Alina ha'alma to the lower level of Malchus, Misyachedes v'negashes, legabi alma ilah, Zah, lekabel ha'shefa. Because down here, Yosef is Zah, because Tzadik is Seid Elam, Yosef HaTzadik. Yosef is the level of Yesod. Yeah? Because Yosef is Yesod, that's the Ikar of Malchus, because Malchus, all the Hashpah of Malchus comes into Yesod, and then from Yesod it goes into Malchus. Huh? What?
You said all the Hashpah of Malchus comes into Yesod. All the Hashpah of...
No, all the Hashpah of Zah comes into Yesod. Okay.